Hey there, Sui again, your average goth girl enthusiast, and we're here with another video. And yeah, I know, it's been a little bit since I made a video. I want to say it's been nearly 2 weeks now. Sorry about that. It's just been a little iffy trying to find motivation to make videos for Code Vein nowadays, but really sometimes you just gotta get up and do it, you know? So yeah, how you doing? So today we're gonna be actually doing another little, I guess review type thing? Yeah, review type thing. I actually want to go over one of my favorite blood codes in this game, which I'm sure you all know that I use quite a bit with this build, and that's going to be Ymir. Yes, fantastic blood code, and definitely one of the few things I guess that would be nice, well, a nice reason to get the DLCs for this game, although I'd say wait till they're on sale, honestly. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive right into the video, and let's get started. Like I said, we're going to be talking about Ymir today, the Frozen Empress blood code. And I would say definitely this is my favorite blood code for plenty of reasons. One, because I like doing like caster type builds in games. And you know, this game has its fair share, because way back when, the way to go was, let me see, where is it? The way to go, it was Harmonia way back when, before we even had the DLCs. But you know, that came with tiny bit drawbacks. For example, like Harmonia has a bit low like weapon wielding stats, so your choice in weapons was very limited. Your health was low, your balance was low. I guess that was like the whole like, hey, you're a caster, but you know, you have to keep in mind that, you know, your other stats are not that great. But then Ymir decided to come out that boasted a bunch of carry weight, fairly good stats in terms of carrying weapons, a bunch of health, right? And vitality, which is great for defensive value, right? And a bunch of willpower. So that was a nice, I guess, addition to the game. But you know, of course, you got to get the DLCs for it. But it's fairly simple to get. You just have to beat the boss that's in the Frozen Empress DLC, and you get rewarded with Ymir. Taking a dive right into the abilities, Frost Turret. Some will argue Frost Turret's not particularly that great, but of course, that's because most people, I guess, would expect like a bunch of damage out of spells like that, but the whole gimmick of Frost Turret is that it's more of a unpunishable source of damage. Well, upon casting, it's potentially punishable, but once it's out and about, really, it just does its thing without any worry. Frost Turret does exactly what it says in its name. It's a little icicle thingy that goes in the air, and it starts shooting ice shards at enemies with pretty good tracking, too. It doesn't do the largest amount of damage ever, but it does a nice amount of damage that it adds up, you know? It's damage you are putting in without having to put it in yourself. It does it for you. That's the gimmick for Frost Turrets. So if you like more sources of damage without having to put it in yourself, just get Frost Turret. It's pretty good. I'd say it's definitely one of the better abilities for Dark Mages because it provides an additional damage source without having to put yourself in harm's way as much. And then on to Hoarfrost Stream, which I'm sure you've seen in my previous videos on my updated Dark Mage build. Because Hoarfrost Stream is fantastic, really. Of course, it's not going to do as much as initial damage as much of the like bigger spells from like Queen or something. But of course, it's going to do that damage if you manage to connect both hits. So what Hoarfrost Stream does is basically a giant laser that shoots out forward and spins in a massive circle. And does really good damage, by the way. So really, its use is amazing. If there's anything that's annoying, I guess, is being chased down by multiple targets, right? Well, Hoarfrost Stream does a complete 360 around you. So, you know, not only is it great for damage, but it's great for getting yourself out of a situation where you're surrounded. Since it covers such a wide area, you can use it to wipe out crowds on top of doing good damage. So definitely, if I would say something to add into your Dark Mage build, it would be Hoarfrost Stream. It is fantastic. It's not really much of, oh, you just shoot a spell. No, it's you cast and it does a whole ass 360. And it can take out things in front of you. It can take out things behind you. It's amazing. I recommend it all the way through. We'll take a look at a pretty simple passive, Willpower and Vitality. Since Ymir has pretty good Vitality and also really good Willpower, putting both stats up is pretty nice. Personally, I didn't pick it up I didn't see much use for it because I put in strength and willpower, because the main melee weapon I use has strength, so if I can bolster its damage a little bit, that would be nice. But of course, you can pick this up if you want. It's pretty nice to have. Just an extra amount of willpower and vitality is good for increasing your physical defense, in case you didn't know. Moving on to Ichor Focus, which another thing I didn't bother to pick up. I know I picked it up on like one of my different saves, but this time I didn't really bother to get it. But from my experience, I can tell you that when you enter a focus state, as it says right here, restores Ichor when you enter a focus state. How much is it exactly? The answer is 10 Ichor. It gives you 10 whole Ichor from entering a focus state. Now, of course, if you need to be told, again, just to be sure, focus can be triggered either by dodging attacks or taking a bunch of damage. It's that nice little blue effect on you that kind of prevents staggers and allows you to do like launch attacks, you know? So if you manage to activate that mid a fight, you get 10 Ichor back. It's pretty nice to have. Personally, I don't use it, but you know, again, this is more of a review for people to look at and be like, oh, that's cool. I want to use that. So Ichor Focus is definitely not a bad pickup. It's pretty good, honestly. As to look at my standard setup here for Ymir, it's pretty much my main blood code to use. With a strength and willpower passive up and all these other passives, we go and check the main stats here. Get a B in strength, which is not the worst thing ever, a D in dexterity, C in mind, and S plus willpower, S in vitality, C plus in fortitude. So you get a pretty nice amount of health, but you also get a absurd amount of carry weight with Ymir. Yeah, you can see that right there, 244, which with that amount you can carry a ridiculous number of things. You can carry this Queenslayer halberd no problem. You can carry a black greatsword no problem. You can carry even no, that's too much. You can carry a pretty nice amount of things. That's what I'm trying to say. You can carry an Argent Wolf brand, a Lawson's Y-hander. You can even carry this thing. That's what is really good about Ymir, is that not only does it have really good willpower, it also has really good carry weight, pretty good strength, just all around solid stats for a caster, because it basically gets rid of all the problems you would have as a caster. You don't have to worry about being too limited when it comes to weapons. You don't have to worry about carry weight or anything like that. You just basically have the best of all worlds for a caster when it comes to Ymir. That's why personally it is a blood code. Ever since I got it, never been able to get rid of it. Never had a reason to swap off of it. I just love it. So yeah, Ymir. And of course this is just my standard setup for casting, just in case you want to take a look and see what I use. Yeah, so that's going to be Ymir, my favorite casting blood code. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Thanks for watching, I do appreciate it. I left the link down below to my Discord server just in the event you would like to join. And yeah, I'll see when I make another video. I'll be sure to do it within a reasonable timeline. Again, I do appreciate you stopping by and watching. My name is Sui, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.